Talking wheat disease now and the impact that the recent rains could have in the field. Here's SUNUP's Elizabeth Hokett with Dr. Meriem Aoun.
We're here now with Meriem Aoun, our small grains wheat pathologist. So Meriem, we're out at the Chickasha Wheat and Forages Field Day, and you spoke just recently. What did you speak about?
Yeah, so we had rain today, and so we had to go indoor, and I presented about the wheat diseases and how we can manage them. So I first gave an update of what we see here in the state, and then talk about what they can expect to see in the field, especially that we get rain now, and on the different management, whether it's now or maybe early before they do the planting for the next season.
Yeah, so what are some of the diseases that we're seeing, and where are we seeing those at?
So early in the spring we had drought, so it was really, so if we have drought, we have low moisture, and most of the fungal disease that require that moisture to infect. So that's why we didn't see much in terms of fungal diseases in Oklahoma in March and even until mid-April. We have a few samples that were infected with viruses like wheat streak mosaic virus, and also with the soil-borne wheat mosaic virus and the wheat spindle streak mosaic virus. So those are a few cases, nothing much in terms of rust. We also watch what is happening in Texas. We have low level of stripe rust, but they have leaf rust. So this year, in contrast to what we have last year, we have low risk of stripe rust, but we are going to see maybe leaf rust later, maybe in May.
Yeah, so we haven't seen many fungal diseases because of the drought that we've experienced, but now that it seems like it's been raining quite a bit, can we expect to see any changes in that?
Correct. So we may expect to see leaf spotting diseases. So I already start seeing that a few days ago when I was doing scouting, especially on the lower canopy. I was seeing Septoria triticale blotch and 10 spot. So that's on the lower canopy. So nothing much on the flag leaf. And again, that flag leaf is what we need to protect. Nothing much on the flag leaf. I'm seeing here the field is really green, but with the moisture that we get, we can expect to see more of diseases. But it depends where you are in the state. So if, like here, our crop is headed, so probably the effect of the disease is not going to be high because we are, I believe, close to flowering right now at Chickasha. So the disease impact is going to be low if it occurs. It may affect the grain filling, but also there are some fungicide. It depends on the product, but usually the harvest restriction is 45 to 30 days. So also we will be limited on what fungicide we can use if we pass that flowering stage.
So at this point, if we see any leaf rust or leaf spotting diseases, will that impact the yield at this point?
Usually if it is too late, that is not going to impact the yield as if it happens too early in the season. So for example, last year we have stripe rust as early as in February and March in southwest Oklahoma. So the crop at that stage, it's still very vulnerable to diseases. So that's going to have the greatest impact on yield. But if our crop is already headed and we don't have much risk of diseases, then the impact on yield will be lower.
Yeah, so are you recommending that producers spray for these diseases right now?
What I recommend, because it depends on their crop stage, because some people their crop is already headed, but others maybe it's not yet there. So what I recommend is to keep scouting their fields. If they start seeing diseases, they can spray if they are in that stage where they can still use fungicide.
All right, well thanks Meriem. We'll keep an eye on the wheat fields.
Thank you.
Yeah.